That's Barnes and Leslie. What a night last night. If you were at Pearl Jam, would love to get your review of the show last night. And of course, it'll be back on again tomorrow night. But if you went last night, would love to get your review at 470-741-4999. I'm Barnes. That's Leslie. Celebrity Sleaze is brought to you by McDonald's. Archways to Opportunity helps employees achieve their dreams. To learn more, visit mcdonalds.com.
Celebrity Sleaze, guess what's back? Welcome to Wrexham Season 4. Rob McElhaney and Ryan Reynolds. Of course, you know the series offers an intimate look at the dreams, challenges, and triumphs of the working class community in Wrexham, North Wales, and the soccer players who carry its hopes into the field. Guess who's joining this season? Channing Tatum and Tom Brady. Check out the trailer.
Birmingham FC, they have Tom Brady. He's not playing, thank God. Is he allowed to play?
Over the last 4 years, it's been this roller coaster of magic.
We are all dreaming of another promotion.
Can you do it again?
Back-to-back-to-back promotions.
It's never been done before.
The sort of stuff that fairy tales are made of.
Welcome to Wrexham. And by the way, that is starting May 15th on FX, then streaming the next day on Hulu. I've never watched Welcome to Wrexham. Have you?
No, I was just going to ask you, is that like the other one, your other show? What's it called?
Ted Lasso? Maybe. And I should watch it because I think so.
I mean, are they piggybacking?
Why? Well, look, if you're talking about season 4, that's pretty successful.
But it's real, right? This is his real team.
This is real. And the fact that they've got Brady in there and Channing Tatum, that's pretty cool. Speaking of Brady, he has ventured into the world of instructional videos for the NFL season, starting with a tutorial on how to throw a football. It's actually on YouTube. He breaks down the mechanics of a successful throw, I guess highlighting key elements such as balance, stride. I wonder if he's starting this, how much money do you think Brady will make off of a YouTube series? It's got to be a lot, right?
He's got such bigger things that make bigger money. Does he really need to be a YouTuber? I would play a clip, but it's just boring.
It's just Brady. I know.
Here's how you grip the foot. And who, how big is the audience that he's speaking to? Seems like a weird piece of advice someone gave him. Yeah, you should be a YouTuber. Okay.
Now, this story sort of blew up over the last few days. Some internet Reddit sleuths have noticed that Travis Kelce unfollowed Ryan Reynolds on Instagram. Did you see that story?
No.
Yeah. They started to speculate that maybe this is because of the whole Taylor Swift's name being dragged into the whole Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, It Ends With Us drama with Justin Baldoni. So would he actually unfollow Ryan Reynolds?
That's so childish when people do that.
It is really childish. And I have to say, I kind of feel sorry for Blake Lively because she was on the red carpet for the premiere of Another Simple Favor. She looked absolutely gorgeous. But fans started talking about her spray tan rubbing off on her arms and onto her dress.
Whoops.
Here's one. Gross. Can you see her spray tan on her dress under the armpit? For a person who made fun of her co-star's large nose, she has opened herself up to the same type of scrutiny. Wow, people. Settle down. Seemed like Donald Trump got in on it, though, with Taylor Swift. Did you see this?
No, what'd he do? Put a tariff on her ass, too?
I guess the Eagles were at the White House, and he decides in his speech he's got to bring up Swift.
The Eagles punched their ticket to a Super Bowl rematch with the Kansas City Chiefs, and you know what happened? It was an incredible game, a little surprising, but right from the beginning, in the first quarter of the big game, which I was there, I watched in person. I was there along with Taylor Swift. How did that work out? How did that one work out?
We're just now congratulating the Eagles almost, into the summer.
I know. And then like a random mention of Taylor Swift. How'd that work out? What?
April 30th? They're like, hey, you forgot to congratulate the Eagles. He just sounds like an SNL skit in anything he does.
I know.
He sounded like he was having a hard time breathing.
It did, actually. Hey, are you ready for Ham Radio? John Hamm is adding another series to his schedule.
Oh, I thought that was going to be his podcast, Ham Radio.
Wow, Barnes, that's actually a great idea.
Great podcast name.
Dang. He's going to star in and executive produce American Hostage. It's on MGM Plus, based on a podcast of the same name, whose first season also featured John Hamm. It wasn't his podcast, but he was on this. 8 episodes. It's based on a true story set in the 1970s in Indianapolis. He will play Fred Heckman, a beloved radio reporter who finds himself in the middle of a life-and-death situation when a man named Tony Kuritis takes a hostage and then demands airtime on his radio show. Very interesting. John Hamm. Barnes, you uncovered this story, and I had no idea.
Ooh, what story?
Do you remember years ago when Kim Basinger bought that town?
Oh, yes.
In Brazelton, Georgia?
That was the biggest deal.
Yeah. 1989, which was a long time ago, 1,700 acres of Brazelton, Georgia. It was $20 million, included everything in the town, even a little vineyard, a winery, and a resort. She wanted to do this full-scale film production town, which actually was a really good idea, having a studio.
Ahead of her time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tourist destination, whatever. But a few years later, I guess, she sort of backed out of the deal because she backed out of this film, Boxing Helena, so the plan never materialized. And then she was hit with a $7.4 million judgment, so she filed for bankruptcy. She ended up selling the town for $4.3 million.
Can you imagine? $4 million.
She lost like 75% of her investment. But this is the part I never knew.
And by the way, Chateau Elan is the resort she bought part of when she bought Brazelton.
Yeah, and have you been to Chateau Elan? It's beautiful.
Yeah, of course.
Never realized this. This whole experience inspired Schitt's Creek.
Had no idea that was the case. No idea.
Because it's about a rich family losing everything, moving to a small town they once bought as a joke. So I guess she found out about this and told People magazine, who knew? I love that show, made for good material.
That whole Basinger thing, when she did that, think about some of the areas of town now that if she would have done that now, like Trilith.
Yeah.
I mean, she would have done well. But Boxing Helena, there was a house in Buckhead, you'll have to Google it, where this was filmed. And Sherilyn Fenn, if I remember correctly, went on and did the role. It was about this woman, this guy like cut up and kept in a box.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
She backed out. She's like, I'm not going to do this one. They sued her ass. That was a Sleaze story for a long time in the 90s.
How did we not know, though, that this town that she bought was inspired for Schitt's Creek?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
What creek?
Apple TV has just released
What creek?
Schitt's Creek.
Okay, just checking.
This is Women's Work with Nicole Khalil.
I would rather have the temporary pain of discomfort than the avoidable pain of regret. There are too many of us that we're waiting for someday, and the clock is ticking.
Redefining what it means to be doing women's work.
Make sense of this wild, chaotic, and beautiful world and your place in it. That is woman's work.
This is Woman's Work from Believe. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Apple TV has just released a second trailer for Fountain of Youth. I don't know if you've seen this, the upcoming action-adventure film with John Krasinski and Natalie Portman as estranged siblings who team up for a global heist to locate the mythological Fountain of Youth. Premiering May 23rd on Apple TV.
Did you know your brother's linked to a string of high-profile art thefts?
That he did not mention.
Can you at least tell me where he is?
If I knew where he was, you'd be the first to know. He's put me in somewhat awkward position. What are you doing?
We're looking for the Fountain of Youth.
In the 1600s, 6 artists hid a clue in their paintings.
Dad spent most of his life searching for it. What do you expect to get from the fountain?
I want Dad to get his recognition. The fountain is too powerful and dangerous for mankind.
You're a child flying a kite in a lightning storm. Stop it now, or we will stop you.
There's a power in there beyond any of our comprehension. I can feel it. Told you it'd be an adventure.
This is very Indiana Jones looking.
But the music was very Indiana Jones. Da, 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 da. Hey, some big news from SNL. Scarlett Johansson and your boy, Walton Goggins, to be hosts. This is really cool, along with the final episodes. Season 50, Bad Bunny, Arcade Fire as musical guest. Yeah, Walton Goggins will make his hosting debut on May the 10th. Is he on fire or is he on fire?
That guy, I mean, he's creeping up to the overexposed line. You know what I mean?
Because now White Lotus, Righteous Gemstones.
He's everywhere.
But for years on Justified, of course, The Shield, and then Scarlett Johansson marking her 7th time on May 17th.
And her husband is on there, so...
Yeah, of course.
Easy commute.
Speaking of past SNL folks, Pete Davidson. Have you seen the story about him removing his tattoos?
It's been going on for a while.
Yeah, reminding him of his past struggles with drug addiction. He says that his tattoos are a reflection of a time when he didn't prioritize self-care and now aims to start fresh by erasing them. Now, the removal process, it has actually been going on for 4 years, involves significant pain and planned laser sessions, taking around 10 to 12 sessions for each tattoo. Each tattoo!
The pain must be intense.
And he said that this is going to take another, are you ready for this? 10 years to complete the process.
Yikes.
I know. Anyway, he's really been opening up about his self-confidence. He told People magazine, if you guys think I have confidence, I have been fooling everyone. Of course, you know he had a traumatic childhood. He lost his dad, firefighter Scott Davidson, during 9/11 when he was only 7 years old.
He seems like a really good dude, you know, like at the root of it all. I know he's had problems, but he seems like a really nice guy.
Everyone's getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The new one is Ellen Pompey. Did you see that whole article about her and why she said she would never leave Grey's Anatomy?
Why would you?
I mean, think about that. She says it doesn't make sense. You know, she's been playing that role since how long? 2005. Anyway, here's her quote, and Barnes, you will relate to this. That would make no sense emotionally or financially. The show was streamed more than 1 billion times in 2024. More than 1 billion times. So why would she ever want to leave the show?
The way you put like emphasis on financially, was that the part you're saying I would relate to? No. I think I read between the lines. No, but like people that get on these big shows, and there have been several examples in the recent years, and they leave thinking the grass is greener and they're going to get some big thing. It never happens.
I know. Like, she's a legend at this point. Guess who else is getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame this week?
Who?
This week. Green Day.
Green Day. You know, that's like 10 grand, so at least for them, they'll split it like $3,300 each. Ellen Pompey's got to go all 10K.
Happening this Thursday in front of the Amoeba Music record store in Hollywood. That's kind of cool for Green. I think it's kind of cool for Green Day.
I just think you shouldn't have to pay for it. Maybe it's even more than $10,000 now. I don't know.
I was going to ask you, why do you have to pay for it?
Yeah, you have to apply, and then if they accept, it's like a little country club that people just walk on you.
Yeah, hello. You know, everyone's still talking about the White Lotus, like what's next, what's next?
Oh, how about the people who haven't seen it? I'm sure there's no one that hasn't seen
it. Leslie.
Yeah, get on it.
Because I'm watching the John Hamm show, and then I'm watching Mobland, and then...
Well, all I know is I think what story you're about to do, and you want to get me to not watch it? Let this be true.
Okay. Too Fab asked Mike White, the creator, what about Jack Black?
Oh, my God.
Mike, would you bring Jack Black to the White Lotus?
Yes, absolutely. Why the hell are we not seeing you on White Lotus? What's the locale? What's the part? We
never say never. Maybe the next season. All I know is when Mike White calls, I say, how high, right? When he says jump.
You want to ruin that show? Put Jack Black in it.
Well, I mean, he's got the biggest movie ever right now with Minecraft.
Yeah, but it's not about Jack Black, though. It's about Minecraft.
Do you want some more drama?
Yeah.
One more piece of drama? You know the actor Andrew Rannell?
No.
He's been on Broadway. He's also in Another Simple Favor.
Well, that explains it.
He says that Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's legal drama didn't really distract him while promoting the movie.
This is highly anticipated, but I'd be remiss to not say that there was some distractions. Did that affect you at all?
No. No. If you're talking about the distractions of Allison Janney asking me to go shopping with her in the streets of Rome, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the shopping. I liked watching her shop. I would do it again in any major city, Allison, or even a small city.
No other distractions, though?
No!
Okay.
Good answer, though.
I mean...
I like it.
try to avoid that. That is your celebrity sleaze.
Bravo TV star Lala Kent holds nothing back on the Give Them Lala podcast.
It's very a lot.
You want the headline.
Here is my interview with Vicky Gunvalson. Who did the biggest number on you?
I'm not friends with Tamara anymore, which is fine.
Do you feel like you guys can repair?
No.
Stick to what you know.
Iconic.
Absolutely fantastic. It is like the Super Bowl every episode.
Give Them Lala.
Unhinged, but also amazing TV.
Get ready.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.